My brothers, a change is coming. We have seen and heard of the wonderful things of the world, and we desire to understand what we see and what we hear.
A long time ago, when the native peoples of Alaska lived along the shores, the gospel of Jesus Christ came to the shore, and the people welcomed it when they heard that we've come to bring you a message of love, and it's God's message.
For thousands of years, Alaska Native peoples inhabited the islands and mainland of southeast Alaska. Then Russians discovered the wealth of Alaska's fur-bearing mammals, and in the early 1800s traveled the Aleutian chain to New Archangel, known today as Sitka, establishing trading posts along the way. In 1867, the Treaty of Cession transferred Russian properties to the United States, retaining Aboriginal land rights for Alaska natives. Russia left the territory, and the United States military moved in and established Fort Wrangell. The community grew as an outfitter for prospectors. There was little law and order, and wouldn't be until the U.S. constituted a civil government nearly 20 years later. A young soldier's letter stands out among the others, concerned about the lawlessness of the northern frontier.
I am not a church member, but am making this appeal for these poor unfortunates, from the dictates of a heart that I trust may never be deaf to the cry of help from the heathen. Will you not make it your business to build up and foster a mission in Alaska?
Josiah Brown's letter makes its way to Sheldon Jackson, field commander for the Presbyterian Church Board of Home Missions. Jackson is a hard-driving, bearded Puritan, short in stature but large in ambition. He sends an urgent appeal for action to the Presbyterian Board, but he doesn't wait for permission or money. Instead, Jackson persuades Mrs. Amanda McFarland, a robust and courageous widowed missionary, to go to the military post of Fort Wrangell.
In the 17 and 1800s, across the church around the world, one of the basic theology was to go to all people, to preach the gospel and make disciples of all nations. To Americanize was to Christianize, and to Christianize was to Americanize.